Hello and welcome back to the MMA Club. Today we're going to discuss what we think might bring Khabib back to the MMA. However, we understand this is not likely at this point. We are always hopeful and want to know what you think about this. Do you think that something might bring him back? We're going to touch on the opinions from some other pros to see what they think. If you like the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Now let's get into it. Khabib Nurmagomedov retired from pro MMA fighting in 2020 and was recently enshrined into the UFC Hall of Fame. This was a big red carpet event at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Everyone was clearly extremely excited. However, according to UFC commentator and MMA analyst John Anik, there is a potential scenario in which the 29-0 ground and pounder could return to the octagon for a 30th fight. If there were someone to beat Islam Makhachev, maybe that would revitalize his appetite for competition, Anik told Insider. Makhachev, who we have of course talked about a lot on this channel, is also from Dagestan. He's ranked number 4 at 155 pounds, and we saw him obliterate in last night's fight. He is of course closing in on a UFC title shot. As we've also discussed on other videos of this channel, the UFC Lightweight Championship is currently vacant after former king Charles Oliveira lost his belt on the scales prior to his first-round submission win over Justin Gaethje. If Makhachev were to lose against someone like Oliveira or other prominent contenders like Justin Gaethje, Michael Chandler, or Dustin Poirier, Nurmagomedov may be incentivized to come out of retirement, Anik said. Daniel Cormier believes there's one scenario that could lure the American Kickboxing Academy teammate Khabib Nurmagomedov out of retirement. Recently, Cormier discussed the topic on a new episode of DC and RC, suggesting that if money isn't enough to get Khabib back, perhaps defending a friend's honor is. As we know from last night's UFC 276, there is a potential lightweight fight between Charles Oliveira and Islam Makhachev, and we all know that the UFC wants to give its fans what they want to see, so we are very hopeful for this one. But should Makhachev, a student and friend of Khabib, fail to get past Oliveira? Cormier would be interesting to see if Nurmagomedov would come out of retirement to challenge the Brazilian. Man, it'll be nice to see him. Charles Oliveira fight Khabib, right? Many people said that it'll be nice to know. What better way to try to draw him back than by having Oliveira beat his friend? It's another way to try to draw him because obviously the money. Dana's throwing so much money at Khabib to try to get him back. That hasn't been enough. But what if defending his friend's honor is enough? If Islam doesn't get the job done? Nurmagomedov retired undefeated in the sport of mixed martial arts with a record of 29-0. His wrestling pedigree made him nearly unstoppable inside the octagon, reigning as one of the most feared lightweight champions of all time. Shortly after stepping away, submission king Charles Oliveira has established himself as the 155-pound king. Many have dreamed to book a fight in the octagon between Oliveira and Nurmagomedov, which was missed by the slightest of windows. However, if Cormier is right, perhaps MMA fans will still get the chance to see this highly anticipated fantasy fight. Sadly, Nurmagomedov's post-career may likely satisfy him. Anik went on to say the 33-year-old's desire to compete could come from his ownership of MMA firm Eagle Fighting Championship, which has been making inroads in the US under his direction and his cornering and coaching of fighters like Makhachev, Umar Nurmagomedov, and Usman Nurmagomedov. I think he's able to scratch that itch as a coach right now, and as a mentor, Anik mentioned. His first priority is to try to corner one of those guys to an undisputed UFC championship, but we could do whatever he wants. I mean, that guy moves every needle and just ticks every box. He's a superstar. He resonates with people all over the world. He just drips legendary status. Being backstage with him today, you would just get the sense that you're in the presence of a truly great man, Anik continued. And I think as humble as he is, he's even more humbled by his honor tonight. That honor being the aforementioned Hall of Fame ceremony. Ultimate Fighter Khabib is probably sport's ultimate success story in the end. In combat sports, both MMA and boxing, we often see fighters take one too many fights. Sometimes we see them take far too many. Athletes, of course, can leave this sport having absorbed too much damage and have problems later on in life. Nurmagomedov, though, left Ultimate Fighting as an undefeated and undisputed lightweight champion, not to mention a millionaire, celebrity, and his faculties intact. During his Hall of Fame ceremony, Anik was asked whether Nurmagomedov is MMA's ultimate success story. "I think so," said Anik. "I mean, I think oftentimes, no matter what your walk in life is, it's not a terrible thing to leave people wanting more." He went out on his own terms, as arguably the greatest of all time. Thank you so much for watching. Give us your opinion. What do you think could bring Khabib back? If you have an opinion that we didn't touch on, please make sure to leave it in the comment section. While you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe, and check out our other content as we make videos every day. Be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.